Hey, Onion here. Thank you for everyone that's watched the playthrough up to this point. We did just finish Realm Reborn, and I just want to start by stating I do have very bad eyesight and dyslexia, and usually avoid games without voiceovers. But having played all the other Final Fantasies, including 11, for 10 years, I just had to transition to Final Fantasy 14 back in 1.0. I've been playing since. My issues, though, made me skip a lot of the game, including actual voiceover cutscenes, because I'd already lost why the characters were important or key parts of the story. However, with some effort, I've been able to start adding text to speech to the game. Albeit robotic, it has helped a lot, and I believe the game has become more enjoyable for me and can be for others like me. Having just finished Realm Reborn, I feel I can fully appreciate the story now without the struggle of losing my place or not knowing how to say a lot of the words, especially in Limsa with all the pirate talk. And with that said, though, I'll continue to provide the MSQ as streamlined as possible. This being different than other people that have read in character the game is they're doing more or less full playthroughs, and you kind of have to watch them in all their traveling, as where I cut all that out. The only parts I'll be stopping at is to add something that I feel that might be good to know or things that'll help the MSQ progress, like job quests or unlocking your chocobo, maybe treasure hunting, deep dungeon, things like that, and do a quick explain of my fast strats for content as we unlock it, like dungeons and raids. Again, I've been playing for a long, long time here, so I do have a lot of tips and tricks that a lot of people just don't know back because now we just brute force the content. So, anyways, thanks for watching, and if there's anything else you'd like to see, let me know, and I'll try to accommodate as best as possible. And now, as we'll just start Heaven's Sword 3.0. All right, again, thanks for joining.
The dawn's light will shine again. So long as we have these specious accusations hanging over us, we will struggle to achieve anything. You must go to Ishgard, as Tataru proposed. I will return to Uldar and set things right.
Pray, do not be so hasty, Master Alphino.
Lord Orchefon.
Full well do I understand your desire to clear your names, but now is not the time for drastic action. You yet have allies upon whom you can rely. There is no need to act alone.
Yes. Yes, of course. Pray forgive my impatience.
I bring tidings. Count Edmont has decreed that the three of you be taken in as wards of House Fortin. Under our patronage, you shall be granted access to the city proper. Pray, consider our manor your new headquarters, from which you may gather information and plan how best to proceed. Needless to say, should any of your missing allies be found, as I am certain they shall, they will of course be welcome to join you there.
You are more than generous, my friend. On behalf of my fellows, I humbly accept your offer of hospitality.
The Count is a good man and just. He will treat you with the kindness and respect that a hero and dear friend deserves.
To Ishgard, then. Together. There we shall carry on the Scion's legacy. There we shall begin anew.
Hear, hear!
I must go on ahead and speak with the Count. Fear not, however, for everything has been arranged. The sentries at the gates of judgment have been informed of our decision. You need but state your names, and they will allow you to pass. My manservant shall be waiting for you at the city gates, ready to escort you to our manor, where we shall meet again. Until then.
Wards of House for Temps? Ah, yes. You may pass.
And so they came, at a friend's behest. Heroes once celebrated as saviors of Eorzea, brought low through treachery, their names blackened with royal blood. With memories of the lost and dreams of redemption, with hope yet in their hearts, they came. To Ishgard, shining city on the mount, overlooking the dominion of Kurthus. A great and proud nation, devoted to Halone, the Fury, ruled by Thordan VII, Archbishop of the Ishgardian Orthodox Church. The last bastion of the faith, her walls ever bristling with the sworn swords and spears of her 4 high houses. A land that after 1,000 years of war had forgotten what it was to be at peace. Through gates long closed, the warrior of light and her companions passed, entering at last a city whose history was written in blood. In the midst of the Dragonsong War they came, 3 weary travelers whose arrival would set in motion great change. Though none knew then how great.
Greetings, Mistress Full Play. On behalf of House for Temps, I bid you welcome to Ishgard. My lord humbly requests your presence at his residence in the Pillars. If you all would come with me.
All right, first thing we're gonna do is grab all the crystals and aetherites, and then we'll go to the pillars, go to the house.
You have attuned yourself to all the Ethernet shards in Ishgard. The gates of judgment are now accessible as an Ethernet destination.
The warrior of light and her brave companions, walking the streets of Ishgard at last. What a glorious sight! I cannot tell you how long I have waited for this day. Allow me to present to you my family home, Fortemps Manor. I should like nothing more than to show you around, but everyone is gathered to receive you. Come, my friends. Introductions must be made.
My lord, I have returned with the Scions.
I hope your journey was not too taxing. I, Count Edmond de Fortemps, do bid you welcome. As wards of House Fortemps, you shall be afforded every courtesy. My home is your home.
My companions and I are deeply honored, Count Fortemps.
The honor is mine, Master Alphino. Consider it an expression of our gratitude for your service to Ishgard.
Forgive me, my lord, but are you not concerned? To accept foreign guests at such a juncture, especially ones with our reputation.
Do not worry yourself on my account. 'Tis true that Ishgard's first thought has ever been the war effort, hence the closing of our borders, yet it is in troubled times most of all that men should seek allies. Don't you think? Granted, my decision will have raised eyebrows in the vault and in the halls of the other high houses, but so long as you continue with your altruistic endeavors, I doubt my honored peers will feel moved to voice their concerns.
Then there is naught to fear. Though our numbers are much reduced, we are no less determined to carry on our work.
Full glad am I to hear it. But before you return to your labors, why not take a tour of the city? You would do well, I think, to acquaint yourselves with your new surroundings. After all, you may be here for some time.
Though our friends in House Fortemps have been generous enough to extend us their protection, we must take care not to impose too much on their hospitality. It is only proper that we learn about our new home, so that we might become more self-sufficient.
It'll take a while to learn the lay of the land, but learn it we must. Then there's the markets and taverns. We'll need to know where to shop and where to hear small talk.
'Twould seem a tour of the city is indeed in order. I thank you for your counsel, my lord. My companions and I shall of course do as you suggest.
Very good. Then my manservant shall accompany you. He will be able to answer any questions you might have. Ah, I grow forgetful in my dotage. There is something I must give you ere we part. Their documentation is in order, I trust? Yes, my lord. Those documents identify you as wards of House Fortemps. Given that our borders have remained closed for decades, many of my countrymen are unaccustomed to treating with foreigners. Should anyone happen to question your presence here, it may prove necessary to remind them that you remain under the protection of House Fortemps. But let us hope it shall not come to that.
Rest assured that we shall do our utmost to avoid any situation which might compel us to invoke your name. Onion, Tataru, the city awaits.
Let's go.
As this is your first time in our fair city, pray permit me to show you to the Hoplan, from whence we may gaze upon the splendor of the Holy Vault. Though all other sights pale in comparison, 'tis only meet that you see at first. I shall then show you around the jeweled crozier, where you may purchase all manner of goods and services, before descending to Foundation's Aetheryte Plaza. If there are no questions. The Hoplon, so named for the bronze great shield borne by our nation's patron deity, is the largest plaza in Ishgard. The magnificent cathedral to the north is, of course, the Holy Vault. The vault is both Ishgard's seat of government and the residence of the Archbishop of the Ishgardian Orthodox Church.
Begging your pardon. The statues to the south, are they perchance Thornton's famed Knights 12?
Very good, Master Alphino. They are the fathers of Ishgard, the brave knights who joined with King Thornton I to put down Neathawk and found this great nation. Ours is a city rich in history and tradition, and there is much you can learn by exploring the pillars, time permitting, of course. Now then, if you would follow me to the jeweled crozier, I shall introduce you to Mistress Alice, our master of the markets.
Well, you're clearly not locals or traveling peddlers, which makes you all. Ah, wards of House Fortemps. How very interesting.
Count Edmond has granted us leave to remain in Ishgard for as long as we wish, which may be some time. Accordingly, we will have need of sundry goods, hence our desire to make your acquaintance. That is, of course, assuming you are content to accept the custom of foreigners. Should you be uncomfortable?
Young sir, we do not discriminate in matters of money. If you have coin to spend, who are we to refuse it? Weapons, armor, accoutrements, medicine, materials, whatever your desire, it can be found in the crozier. Our merchants will be more than happy to accommodate you, as you shall soon see.
Our next destination is the Aetheryte Plaza in Foundation. If everyone is ready. And here we have Foundation's Aetheryte Plaza. If you have yet to attune to the Aetheryte, it would be wise to do so now. As for our next destination,
Mayhap we should decide together. What else can be found nearby?
the Sky Steel Manufactory stands to the west. There our engineers conceive and manufacture weapons for use against the dragons. The Holy Stables, where chocobos are trained for war, also lie in that direction. To the north and east can be found the congregation of our knights most heavenly, while to the south and east, well, it would be best if you avoided that area.
And why is that?
I fear our knights may not be able to ensure your safety in the lowest levels, Master Altheo.
Hold your nose when ye pass the broom, little lord. A delicate flower like you is like to wilt in our fumes.
You misjudge me, sir, for I am no lord but a humble traveler.
Oh, come to see the sights, have ye? Take a turn down the Hoplon and gawp at the statues? Wahaha. Well, if ye've a mind to learn how the better half live, come and have a drink at the Forgotten Knight, if your nursemaid'll let ye. My humblest apologies, Master Alphino. Pray pay that drunken lout no mind.
Oh, but I must. It would not do to refuse such a heartfelt invitation. Yes, I simply must see this Forgotten Knight for myself. I trust you see the wisdom in this, Onion. There are few sources of information more abundant than a bustling local hostelry. Not that I expect to hear any news of our missing comrades just yet. Nevertheless, who can say what we might learn of recent events?
Then I'm coming too.
Must say, this is rather unusual. Not just one, but a whole party of fresh new faces in my tavern.
We but recently arrived in Ishgard and are eager to acquaint ourselves with their more notable establishments, Master?
Giberlant, just Giberlant'll do. And I'm flattered you think so highly of my establishment. Can't promise it'll live up to your expectations, but if it's decent food and drink you're after, you could do much worse.
Judging by the number of customers I see, I suspect your fare is rather more than decent. Speaking of your clientele, I could not help but note a difference between those who frequent the upper and lower floors.
Spotted that, did you? Aye, up here you'll find peddlers, porters, off-duty nights, and so forth, dropping in on their way to or from somewhere else. Regulars maybe, but not locals. Folks from the Broom, they tend to congregate downstairs, where we offer a menu more suited to their tastes. Cheaper meals, stronger spirits, all quality, mind, but not the sort of stuff I'd recommend to yourselves.
You speak of the lowest levels, yes? Why do they call them the Broom, if I may ask?
Because when the weather's foul and the broom rolls in thick, it's the poor sods living at the bottom who have to deal with it.
I see.
And it's not just the weather. When the wyverns broke through the wards and started tearing up the city, it was the Broom that got the worst of it, while the pillars enjoyed the protection of the high houses and the temple knights. More and a few people are still sore about that, mind, which is why, considering your present company, I'd recommend you keep your wits about you if you mean to go below, and something sharp in your boot, just to be sure.
I shall take your words to heart, sir.
Master Alphino, I think it would be best if we return to Fortemps Manor.
You go on ahead without me. I'm staying for a drink or two.
Miss Tataru, I am afraid that is out of the question. My lord the Count would never forgive me if I abandoned one of his charges in such a place, least of all a maiden.
What are you up to, Tataru?
Look around, Alphino. This tavern is full of people whose business regularly takes them beyond the gates of judgment. With friends like that, I could practically live here and wait for the newest gossip to come to me.
Indeed. But will you be safe here on your own?
Oh please, do you know how often I looked after the waking sands and the rising stones by myself? If I had a gill for every unwelcome caller I've driven away, I'd be rich beyond my wildest dreams. I'll be fiend.
Not that I doubt the lady's knack for fending off unwanted advances, but I'll be damned if I'm going to let anyone lay an unwelcome hand on a patron in my establishment.
That settles it, then. Tataru, Onion and I shall return to the manor for now. Contact me by Link Pearl if you require assistance.
I will.
Welcome, Mistress Full Play. Shall I show you inside the manor? Tell us then, Master Alphino, does Ishgard meet with your expectations?
That which I imagine pales in comparison to the reality. I felt the weight of 1,000 years of history with every step I took, and when those steps took me past the scars left by the wyverns and Foundation, I understood how easily that history could end in tragedy.
The attack was devastating, the casualties, unspeakable. The wyverns did not discriminate. Unarmed men and women, even children were given no quarter. Sir Americ has ordered his knights to strengthen our defenses, and each house has been called upon to lend what support it can. There is much to be done, yet alas, able-bodied men and women are in short supply.
Mayhap we could be of assistance, my lord? After all you have done for us, we would welcome any opportunity to repay your kindness.
That is a most generous offer, Master Alphino. You are guests in my home, to whom I have extended my hospitality without obligation, let or lien. Nevertheless, Ishgard's need is great, and if you are willing to aid our cause, I cannot well refuse.
Good. What would you ask of us?
From what I have heard, you are an intelligent and persuasive young man. Such qualities may prove most useful to us in our efforts to secure provisions from foreign sources, identifying trustworthy suppliers, brokering contracts, and so on. As for you, Mistress Fullplay, I could ask for no one better than a storied veteran such as yourself, a woman with the capacity to act swiftly and decisively when needed, to aid Artois and Emanellan in their duties. I beg your pardon? I am more than capable of carrying out my duty by myself. I have no need of our honored guest's assistance. Now, be reasonable, brother. What manner of fool would say no when a famous hero offered to do his work? Hold your tongues. By the Fury, the two of you will conduct yourselves with dignity befitting your station and show Mistress Fullplay the respect she deserves. This is the woman who slew Gaius Van Balesar and some half-dozen primals besides. She is not here to steal your glory or serve as your errand girl. If you can pardon them their impropriety, Mistress Fullplay, I should be much obliged if you would lend my sons a helping hand. My thanks. Fury willing, they may even learn something from you.
Twould seem we shall not want for employment over the coming days, though that was never in doubt. Our host's initial reluctance to accept our offer of aid was solely for appearance's sake. In truth, he is glad of this opportunity to put us to work. By granting us patronage, House Fortemps has taken a tremendous risk. Until we demonstrate our worth to Ishgard at large, the Count will face considerable opposition from his peers in matters great and small. And so he would have us publicly serve Ishgard, whilst simultaneously keeping his sons in check. 'Tis an arrangement we may benefit from in unexpected ways. My own duties may feasibly bring me into contact with people who know something of our missing comrades. And as you go about helping our two lords with their various responsibilities, you will inevitably make new acquaintances in Ishgard, mayhap even new allies. Yes, the more I think on it, the more confident I am that by furthering their goals, we shall further our own.
Shall we be off then, old girl? Ah, but where are my manners? Eminelin de Fortemps, second son of Count Edmond de Fortemps, trueborn, that is. Yes, I know what you're thinking, and you are absolutely right. What ill fortune to be born second in a society where the eldest inherits all. Oh, my brother would never cut me off, 'tis true, but who could be satisfied subsisting on a meager allowance, forever overshadowed by a sibling? Not I, old girl, not I. Which is why I need your help to ensure that this business in the sea of clouds goes swimmingly, so that the tales of my great deeds can win me a place in the people's hearts, or better yet, raise me higher in their estimations than Arturo. Ambitious, I grant you, but then I do have a legendary hero to do my bidding. Ha ha ha, oh, don't look at me that way. I jest. Anyway, we are to aid the good men and women of House Heinard. They have ever been steadfast friends to our house, though they've fallen on hard times since the calamity, poor blighters. As for what precisely we will be doing, well, what fun would it be if I told you everything in advance? Just come along with me to the airship landing. We'll need to take the airship to Camp Cloudtop.
Let us begin anew, Mistress Fullplay. I am Sarah Toril de Fortemps, eldest son of Count Edmond de Fortemps. You will forgive me my outburst, I hope. I meant no disrespect. I merely consider myself equal to the duties entrusted to me, unlike some. Poor Chafin has spoken of you often. If you are even half the woman he claims, I shall be glad to have you at my side. To the matter at hand, then, we will be assisting my esteemed compatriots of houses Durandire and Jamale. You are aware of our friendly rivalry, I take it? Well, suffice it to say, the prospect of assisting said houses does not fill me with joy. However, it is the will of the Holy See that we set aside our differences at this crucial juncture. But we shall speak more of that anon. First, we must needs secure transport to Falcon's Nest. Let us make for the Chocobo stables in Foundation.
Alright, I'm going to pause it here. I think we're going to jump into the Sea of Clouds one first, and then Falcon's Nest after. I do have the quest, the main story quest, but we do have this, which is Paladin quest. I'm not doing it right now because I want to kind of get all of them in order. I'm really a high enough level too, but until I start needing them, I'm going to try to hold off. That way I can go in order and get a good recording of them. Alright, thanks for your time. See you in the next one.